Welcome back. Now, GetResponse has a feature that will allow you to build and host landing pages for you to be able to bring your opt-in prospects to. And in order to do that, you are going to go to this section that says landing pages. Now, if you're still in the trial, GetResponse will explain to you that this is going to be a separate trial. And actually what you're doing to use the landing pages is you will actually need to upgrade your account. While you're still on the trial and the basic account, you can actually create one published landing page. So what we're going to do is we're going to click Create a Page. And what you'll notice is that GetResponse has a number of different templates. You'll want to choose one of those templates to create your landing page. Now, one of the ways you can actually sort for the one you want is going to be one based on conversion rate. So if you want to use one that you know has been high converting and GetResponse has been tracking these pages, you can actually choose it based on that selection. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click Use Template. GetResponse will then load the template into your dashboard. So for example, if we click the logo here, we can actually make changes with the highlighted menu. And you'll see here that we can actually change some of the sizing, and we can actually add this through a WYSIWYG editor. We could do the same thing with the wording. If we click in the box, we can click inside of any of the box, and we can actually add in different elements to the landing page as we want them. So for example, if we want to add in an image, we can drag and drop that image into the dashboard. We can decide to edit the photo or even to replace the photo. If we want to add in a video, we can drag and drop the video in. And we can actually change the settings if we want this to be a YouTube video that we already have in existence. Now, in order to change the settings in the element, we're actually going to double click, and then you'll see that there's a space here for the actual URL from YouTube where we can determine how the video is going to play. We can determine if it's going to autoplay. We can determine if it's going to loop. We can determine if it's going to show related videos. Or we can make sure that none of these things are going to happen. We can actually even hide the controls so that all they'll see is the actual video. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click in the dashboard, and then that control goes away. And that's going to be the case with all of the elements. So for example, if we move in a button, we place it here, we double click it, then we get to edit the elements. We click in the interface, the elements go away. So we can continue to add in the elements where we want them on the page. We double click them in order to alter the settings. We can click the dashboard in order to make the settings go away or for them to be hidden. We can actually change the background by going to the background area and double clicking, and then we get to alter the settings there also. So once we actually have the page looking the way we want and we have the elements the way we want, then what we'll need to do is we'll need to change the thank you page. We can alter that to be what we want it to be. And for example, we can actually alter this button to actually send people where we want them to go. We can put the web address in here where we want this button to send people. And basically what we have is we have a case where we have full control over the actual landing page. Now, most important is going to be the web form. We can actually find that in this area, and we can drag and drop that form where we want it to be. We can determine what the fields are. And we can actually change the settings of the field. And once we've made the landing page to be what we want it to be, we can actually click Save and Exit, or Save as a Template. Or we can go to the next step. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're just going to go to the next step. Now, GetResponse will actually give you the opportunity to configure the landing page for a mobile device. It'll actually warn you before you exit. So if you want to return to the editor and you want to make sure that it is looking the way you want for a mobile device, you can actually do that. You want to make sure that you go ahead and save this element. Now, GetResponse will assign you one of their domains, but what you can also do is you can also select your own domain if you have one set up. And if you don't have one set up, you have the opportunity to start setting one up at this point. If you want your page to be published to Facebook, you can actually do that by checking this on. And you can actually then determine what list this landing page is going to direct people to. So if you want to automate your email list, and you can determine when it's going to be added. Now, there are some advanced features such as analytics, if you have Google Analytics set up, as well as Google AdWords. And once you have your settings placed, you'll want to click the Publish button. And once you do that, you will then be able to see your landing page on the GetResponse server. And again, if you have your landing page set up on your own domain, you can actually see it there also. Now, in order to create another landing page, you will need to have a plan that is consistent with having multiple pages. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.